So, there's a globe on the desk. It's pretty. It's nice. It's not accurate, though. And just so you know, I want you to read this. You got it, sweetie. Have a good one. Globes are not meant for educational purpose, but only decorative purpose. Do you know why that's on there? You know why this is not supposed to be used for education? Because it's f***ing wrong, and it's You're not supposed to be teaching anyone that we live on this, because we don't live on this. This is inaccurate. This is a falsity. This is a NASA indoctrination. This is a Freemasonic satanic lie that everyone believes. And once you think you live on here, God flies out the window. Okay? You start believing in aliens, Bigfoot, space, and that we're going to Mars, we're going to the moon. All this stuff that's just nonsense. Remember, globes are not meant for educational purpose, but only decoration. Mic drop.
Well, here we go again. 99% of the population will be in sunlight. 99%. Wait a minute. We live on a globe. How is it possible that 99% of us, even in twilight, will still see the sun? But how can here, Canada and Asia, when Asia's on the other part of the world, on the other side of the globe, how can they be viewing the sun at the same time as us? It's a different time zone to Canada. Oh man. Yeah, the earth is round, eh?
You are being lied to because no one has ever been in space. We have never explored space due to a transparent barrier surrounding our world. Beyond this barrier, there is no open space or vacuum, but rather water. It may all sound crazy, but in 1962, the U.S. government detonated a few nuclear bombs in the sky, allegedly to test the atmosphere's reaction to their explosion. Or so they want us to believe. However, some claim that they were actually attempting to see if they could break through this invisible barrier. Ironically, this program was called Operation Fishbowl. Many have noticed stars appear to twinkle or shimmer through a liquid-like substance when viewed with the naked eye or through a camera. Rocket enthusiasts have also noted that the rockets we have launched seem to encounter an invisible ceiling, creating an effect similar to what one would observe in water.
The images when they showed Felix Baumgartner, where he's prepared to jump, you see this curved Earth. That's a fisheye lens, dude. Okay? Fisheye lenses take horizontal lines and bend them convex when you're above the midplane of the photo.
In order to gather in more of the image.
Correct. That's the only way you can distort it to fit it onto a flat plane, because it's looking at a full sort of 360, well, 180, all right, and it's trying to get it in. But what happens if you take that horizontal line, the horizon, and put it below the midplane of the camera? It then bends the other way. Bends the other way.
Global is a lie.
I decided to travel around Australia and Antarctica at the same time. So I want to put the point bang in the middle in here. Yeah, let's travel further down. At points. Antarctica. So let's see what's gonna happen. How many kilometers? gonna go around this bit. I can do actually. Let's see what comes up. There. Point. Add point. And let's go back to Australia. The same point. Close shape. Ooh, yeah. Well, very interesting. Very interesting shape. Happy thinking.
Does anyone still think we went to the moon? I mean, for real. So 51 years ago, we went to the moon, but we can't go back today.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Isn't our technology supposed to be better now? Here's what phones looked like 51 years ago. And here's Richard Nixon talking to someone on the moon using one of those phones.
Go ahead, Mr. President. This is Houston out.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made.
That's right. Richard Nixon used a landline to call the moon. Do you guys believe that was real? But the real question is, why does anyone believe it went in the first place? Oh, because you saw it on TV? Do you guys think that video was real?
Houston, we've had a problem. Main B bus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Stand by 13, we're looking at it.
Okay, right now, Houston, the voltage is looking good.
Who filmed the first shot of Neil Armstrong stepping onto the moon? Did they set up a camera crew before he got there? Was the cameraman the first guy to actually walk on the moon?
Well, let's talk about this, because this is fascinating. I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does, I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No,
which
you didn't.
was
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, what we saw was we all were gathered around the old curved top radio and listened.
Talking about, you know, how many feet we were going to the left and right, and then I said, contact light, engine stop.
It was
and a few
exciting.
other things, and then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed. Man, how about that?
That was very exciting.
Not a bad line.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are all the stars? Where's the sun? Oh, supposedly they went in the daytime, and that's why you can't see the stars. But yet, there's the Earth. And does anyone believe they flew back in this piece of garbage?
3, 2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. Regs are good. Ag thought.
Look at the gaps in the panels on this thing. Isn't space supposed to be a harsh environment? They went through space in our atmosphere in this thing? Do you guys believe that? And who filmed the shot of them leaving? So the cameraman who was the first guy actually on the moon got left on the moon. That's kind of weak. Oh, and by the way, did you guys know that NASA lost all the tapes and telemetry data from the previous moon missions?
Seen anything that indicates the telemetry data is even in existence, and as I said, even if we had it, we don't have the machines to play it back.
Doesn't have it either. The Smithsonian doesn't have it. Johnson doesn't have it.
Right. We've been unable to track it down. I mean, we don't know where this telemetry data ended up, and we don't know what path it may have taken. So, unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't really give you much of a clue as to where this data ended up and whether it still exists or not.
Here we are, 51 years later, and we can't go back to the moon. Do you guys believe that? Like I said, guys, this stuff is make-believe.
This is a work of art. Guys, you wouldn't believe what I just discovered. Try measuring the South Pole and the North Pole and see if your measurement comes out the way you did it. The way I did it was, I will show you right here, I made a square and the measurement that came up was unbelievable. So here's the video and I hope you enjoy it, and let me hear your guys' comment on this. So this is unbelievable, and here's the video.
Is the Earth flat or spherical? It is flat.
The Earth is flat or no?
I know it's flat.
You know it's flat? How long have you been flying for, you said?
Over 30 years.
My name is William Andres Lozada. I am a commercial pilot. I make videos for the internet, and this is one of the questions they most ask me on social media. Watch this video until the end to know the opinion of a commercial pilot about the flat Earth theory. Today from beautiful Puerto Buenaventura, a city on the Pacific, I share my thoughts. I always questioned many things in life and always wanted to go beyond. I believe in the saying that goes like this: a lie repeated 1,000 times becomes reality. That's why I decided to hear the opinions and thoughts of millions on people who have interesting theories about flat Earth. Even if you don't believe it, there are millions of people who do. Why is that the famous image of the blue marble has so many modifications in graphic design? Why don't they just take a photograph of the entire Earth from a satellite or something that is in space? Take a photo that shows how it really is. Why do they have to make corrections, graphic designs and CGI? The aircraft I fly can fly up to 25,000 feet altitude. I never saw any curve from up there. Also, as a passenger, I fly at more than 35,000 feet altitude and I don't see any curve either. During the cruising phase I fly straight and level. I never dip down the nose of the aircraft to adjust for the curvature of the Earth. That's it. Okay? Here, never making any correction. Straight and level. The horizon always straight and level. Dipping the nose is not required at all.
Welcome back to part 9 of Babylon and the Flat Earth. Long overdue. Whew. So we left off with Noah planting a vineyard, getting drunk, and passing out in his tent naked. Then his son Ham saw his nakedness and went and told his other 2 brothers. There's so many assumptions running out there in regards to what happened to Noah. Some of those are that Ham castrated his father Noah, that Ham committed forced incest on his father Noah, that Ham had relations with his mother or stepmother, the wife of Noah, that he merely gazed and laughed and mocked his father's naked body in his tent and went and boasted about it to his other brothers, and that the one who did it was really Ham's son Canaan, who committed a crime against Noah, his grandfather, and Ham, being his father, saw him and went and told his brothers seeking advice. But we will only focus on what the Bible says. I will make no assumptions since I am no theologian. This is my interpretation. Let's remember, Noah and his family came out of a traumatic experience, which was the flood, caused by the sin of the world of people and giants, the sons of the fallen angels, committing all kind of atrocities. And incest was a huge one. Then God blessed Noah and his sons. Let's make a note. Noah walked out of the ark with his wife and his 3 sons, possibly the wives of his 3 sons. However, many years have passed since the crime against Noah committed, because Ham, his youngest, had his sons, Canaan being the youngest of Ham's sons. And God said, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you. Then Noah, a man of the soil, so he knew how to plant, became drunk after drinking some of his wine. But we do not know what the post-flood atmosphere was like and how that would impact the fermentation process. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. He laid uncovered. So his nakedness wasn't uncovered yet. He laid uncovered. He was naked. Ham, the father of Canaan. Interesting. On verse 18, it says, the sons who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. That was a parenthesis. And then on verse 22, it says, Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his 2 brothers outside. I'm going to need a part 10, so stay posted.